I'm Laney, and this is my side geek Chris, and we're here to talk about
Mad Max Fury Road.
And I'm gonna do this look. You're gonna see me do this. I have not seen this movie at all, and so it's kind of interesting to me to hear about what it is about, really, and base this look completely on pictures I saw on the internet. I am using the Urban Decay Smoky Eyes palette and the ColourPop color pigment, whatever thing this is, and roulette to do my look today. So if you are interested in other makeup in movies, or if you are interested in seeing a complete review on the Urban Decay Smoky Eye palette, make sure you look down below. And if you want to see how I did this look and you want to hear about the movie, just keep watching. So to begin with, I just wanted to tell you that I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and this is in the shade, I don't even know what shade it is, 110 Porcelain. I do kind of like this, but I am still on the fence about this because I don't know. If you guys follow my blog, I will link that down below. I will give you a full review on this. I don't think it's my favorite one ever, but it gives a very light coverage. And then on my cheeks, I'm using the Essence Silky Touch Blush in Adorable. We're going to start right in with the eye look eyeshadow portion of this, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Smoked Eyes palette. Yeah. And I'm kind of winging it right now. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I just know I'm using this palette, so you gotta bear with me while he talks and I decide what I'm actually doing. I think what I'm going to do is just start with a base, and I'm going to use this shade right here called Mushroom to go all over the lid, and then I'm going to use the shade Asphalt right here to put in the crease just to kind of keep it all over gray right now. Yeah, I think that's what we do.
So this movie, Mad Max Fury Road, first off, not really a sequel to the other Mad Max movies. The director and creator of the series has come out and said that it's not really a sequel, and it's not a prequel. It's kind of, Mad Max is a hero, and this is kind of one of those mythologies, one of those stories of an adventure, one of those stories you hear of something he's done, and that's pretty much what this is. So it's not really a sequel or anything like that. It doesn't really fall in a timeline with the other movies. So going into this movie, you don't really have to know much about Mad Max.
Awesome.
Other than he's this kind of loner guy out there and gets kind of caught up in some situations in this apocalyptic dystopian future world. So that's how it starts off. He ends up brought into this cult society, town, city that's going on there. It's a really weird place. It's run by this guy.
This is really darkish. I don't know if I like this, but we'll go with it. I look like I have a black eye right now.
Alright. So Mad Max, ends up getting kind of kidnapped and taken by these band of like warriors to this town, and it's run by this guy called Morton Joe. I had to look up his name. But yeah, Morton Joe.
Morton Joe?
Yeah, kind of like a spin on the word immortal. And that's kind of how this whole like cult village town, it's kind of hard to like give it a name, but all kind of like worship him in a way. They follow him very like cult leader like, and it of course is like apocalyptic future, so they're all like sick and things like that. They got all kinds of weird things going on with them, and he's definitely one of them. But he kind of comes off as this great ruler that, you know, he's immortal and he rules the place, and so that's how he's ruling it. And it's kind of crazy, a lot of weird stuff happening there. Yeah, a little uncomfortable at times.
Interesting.
Seeing it.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now, because obviously it looks like I'm very, very dramatic, I just kind of want to add a little bit of color into it. So I'm going to try to mix this color Rockstar right here, which is kind of a purpley, sparkly color, with this color Loaded, which is kind of a green color. We're gonna put that back on the base and see how that looks, and then I'm going to, please don't laugh, use the shade Kinky up here on the top as a brow bone highlighter, and then we will see how I like that and what tweaks I need to make after that.
So yeah, this place is weird, and right now they're at that point in time in the story when Mad Max gets there and he's captured. He ends up getting kind of a blood transfusion chained up to this other guy played by Nicholas Hoult, who keeps calling him...
The dude from X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jennifer
I didn't know he was in there.
Lawrence's...
Are they still together?
PF? I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
Wow. This eye look. I swear. Sorry. I'm like, I don't know. Keep going.
So they're kind of tied up, and then there's this chick. Her name is Furiosa. Pretty cool name, Furiosa. Played by Charlize Theron. And she is taking this tanker truck out to Gastown so they can get more fuel. And they're trading out some of the milk that they have there. They have these women that are like hooked up to machines, and they're collecting their milk. That's kind of a weird thing too in this movie. But then the one guy, the Morton Joe, he has these concubines, these 5 women that he pretty much uses as the vessels to create all the children in this weird village town place.
So they all come from 5 women?
Well, they've come from others, but these ones right now are the current women.
I got it. Okay.
2 of which are pregnant. One that's like pretty far into her pregnancy, and one that's a little bit early on. And so, but after she leaves, Furiosa leaves, she kind of takes a detour, and so everyone back in the towns, like, they can they'll keep an eye on it, and they're like, okay, something's happening there. So immediately Morton Joe like heads to where he like has the women usually locked up, and they're gone.
Oh, interesting. Next what I'm going to try to do here, so I'm using this ColourPop shadow. It's in the shade Roulette. It's pretty black. I'm going to put this pretty much like on my outer V just to kind of darken it a little more, and then smudge it on my under eyes, and we'll see how that looks. After that, I'm going to line my upper lash line with the Revlon Colorstay Skinny Eyeliner in black. And then I'm going to use the Revlon Bold Lacquer in black for one coat of lashes, and the Voluminous Butterfly Waterproof Mascara in black from L'Oreal. Also, that's everything going on. You'll be able to see that while he's talking. That's all the stuff I'm doing.
Ooh.
Catching up.
And so yeah, and that's how the whole adventure starts. Morton Joe guy ends up sending out a bunch of his like warrior boys, his men, to go out and catch her and bring him back. And one of the guys that volunteers to go is the one that's hooked up to Mad Max. So that's how they get tied up into that big adventure and explosions and car chases through the desert to capture them and try to bring them back. And in the meantime, though, they veer into territories of these other like tribes and stuff. So they start coming out of the woodwork to chase down Furiosa and the women, because Morton Joe's like, you know, I'll give whoever gets my women and brings them back, I'm gonna give them like whatever they want.
Oh, nice.
Because they're a big deal to him, especially the one that he knows is pregnant.
Which one is that? What color hair does she have?
Blonde chick, the one that's like was in the front. She's kind of.
Oh, okay, so that main girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's his favorite one. Her name is her character. His favorite concubine. Her character name is the Splendid Angared.
Do they all have weird names?
Yes, there's Capable, the Dag, Cheeto, the Fragile, and Toast, the Knowing.
That's kind of interesting that they don't have like, you know, names that are normal. They all have like really cool names.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz, she plays Toast. And then even like all the bad guys too, they have strange names too. Nicholas Hoult, his character's name is Nux, N-U-X, who apparently doesn't know what a tree is.
Oh.
That's something that happens in the movie. And then there's the People Eater, that's another character. The Bullet Farmer, which it kind of makes sense. He's the guy, his tribe makes ammunition and stuff they use for their guns. So
right.
Bullet Farmer. There's all kinds of really cool characters. There's some use of, like, they mentioned Valhalla as the place they'll go if they die in battle for the Morton Joe. It's kind of a weird thing that they do. Yeah. But it's really cool, really exciting. The car chases are amazing. It's a lot of actual physical stunt work and things like that. Not a lot of CGI is used in regards to the car chases and the explosions.
Oh, really? So it's all like
fighting. Yeah, it's
real...
really like
oh,
real stunt work,
cool.
like people standing on these cars, throwing things at each other and jumping off of them, and it looks amazing, like mind-blowing at times, some of the stuff they do. It's really cool, really original.
So what was your favorite thing about the movie? Like either a scene that happened or, you know, something...
Favorite thing I liked about it was that it, and I don't like using the, like, oh, this movie was smart. I don't like using that too much because I feel like sometimes it's kind of weird. But I feel like it was for an action movie, because a lot of times action movies are just about, like, let's try to make as many situations possible where something's going to blow up or explode or people are getting chased. But everything in this made a lot of sense. The characters had really good backstories. They made sense. They were fascinating characters, all of them, and it was really good. And it made you want to root for them. It made you want to, you know, stick around for this crazy story to the end, and then, you know.
I'm now going to take this Pacifica eyeliner pencil, and this is going to be in the shade Jet. It's very black. I'm going to put that on my waterline to just kind of smoke it out a little more. And then on my lips, I'm going to use this Pixie Shea Butter Lip Balm, sorry. And the shade of that is Honey Nectar.
Yeah, something I saw too after I went and saw the movie. I went online to see what people were saying about it, you know, other conversations that were happening amongst people that enjoyed the movie. And it seemed like a lot of women were enjoying the movie, which didn't surprise me after seeing the movie. It did have a lot of, you know, some like kind of girl power themes to it, so to say. Kind of girl power, I guess.
I can see that, yeah.
And that was the thing too that was kind of surprising. It focused a lot on Mad Max with this group of women trying to get out of there, but they weren't just, you know, damsels in distress. They were all pretty tough women, every single one of them, and you wouldn't think so when you first run into them, except for Charlize Theron, because she has a shaved head, so you're automatically gonna think she would murder somebody. Ooh, it smells like cocoa.
Yeah, doesn't it smell like cocoa? I love this. Yeah, so I'm done. Didn't come as dramatic as I thought it was going to. I think that the brow bone part of it kind of toned it down a little bit. It definitely makes my eyes smoky, which I kind of like, actually. I kind of like how that turned out. Okay, so my two observations. The first one being Mad Max as a movie that I haven't seen yet, but I'm definitely wanting to. I feel like it is going to be a good time. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it, especially because a lot of people came away with it saying, yeah, this was a lot better movie than I thought it was going to be. And it's not a sequel, it's kind of like, you know, something in the same universe, so, you know, you don't feel like you have to go see the first one. Second observation in regards to this palette, I feel like this palette, when you try to blend the stuff out together, it has a lot of different colors in the palette itself, but once you blend it all together, especially if you're using a lot of the darker colors, it tends to just kind of muddy all over the place. There is a little bit of definition in there that you can see, but overall, like, okay, there is fallout, like gigantic fallout, like right here, you can kind of see, it looks like I'm crying black. It really does, like on the side. That might be the color pop. I don't know if that's so much the Urban Decay, but you know, it is kind of a little crazy right there. But anyway, if you guys are looking for a complete review on the Urban Decay Smoky Eyes, it's going to be on my blog. Like I said, below is going to be the blog link. That should be out in a couple weeks or so. And if you guys are looking for more movie reviews, make sure you check out Empower the Audience. There will be, you know, lots of different movie reviews for the summer. Is crazy with movies. So if you like this look, please let me know below. I am kind of just winging it now. Like I have a general color scheme in mind or a palette that I want to use, but sometimes I'm just like, let's just slap it on there and see how it looks. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and make sure you're subscribing if you want to see more Makeup in a Movies. Follow the playlist. I will put that down below as well. Yeah. But that is it. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep calm.
Stay zany.
Bye.